Malcolm? Is that you?
Yeah.
The doctor? Well, what are you doing here?
We spoke on the phone. I said I was coming down, remember?
All right, well, I suppose you should come in.
Morning.
Bye.
Where are you going?
Home. The lady in my life is having a duvet day.
Ah, but you will be working.
Oh, yeah, I'll be done with this by lunchtime, and then, while you're working, I'll be having the time of my life.
Well, actually, I'm going for a curry at the best Balti house in Leatherbridge.
Who said it's the best?
Roma.
What's it called?
The West End Balti house.
Right. Do they deliver?
Probably.
Well, if it's the best Balti house in Leatherbridge, I want to know for sure. After all, you know what they say about spicy foods and endorphins. Am I right, yeah?
Good morning, gentlemen.
Ah, Mrs. Timmy, you're back.
Are you surprised to see me, Dr. Carter? The consultant discharged me despite your concerns.
Yeah, but are you feeling better?
I do not want any fuss.
Well, you're not going to get any. Not from me. I'll be working from home today, and for what it's worth, you are a complete hero. The West End Balti house, yeah?
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, so, practice manager, Mill Health Centre, Leatherbridge, West Midlands. I thought you were going to wait for me to okay it.
Well, we would have missed the deadline.
So you went ahead and did it anyway?
Well, someone had to.
Oh, and you're happy telling Mrs. Hammond, aren't you?
Well, I thought you might like to.
Right.
Doing another photo shoot today?
What I found?
Making the staff feel good about themselves, boosting morale.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, they need to hear the bad news too, right?
Oh, Dr. Clare, Dr. Granger.
We've just been reading about your exploits. Good to see you. How you doing?
Well, a little so, but I'm ready to get back to work.
Glad to hear it. I'm going to leave you two to it.
Well, if you will excuse me, Dr. Clare.
Yeah, Mrs. Timmer, before you start,
Yes?
I need to talk to you.
Oh, really? Well, please, take a seat. So, how can I help?
It's about the photo shoot. The calendars, icons. Just wondered if you were up to it. Maybe I could take a picture today at lunchtime. Except I've got to go now because I've got a clinic. So.
Malcolm?
No, it's Dr. Granger from the Mill Health Centre.
What are you doing here?
Well, I'm your doctor.
A doctor?
Yes, your son Malcolm phoned the surgery.
Yes?
He left a message with our receptionist saying he was concerned that he hadn't heard from you and wanted somebody to come and see you.
All right. You better come in then.
Thank you.
Now, I am still a little bit confused.
About what?
Well, why have you come here when there's already a doctor here?
There's no other doctor here, Mr. Ridgely.
No? Well, then who's that up there, then? What the blazes do you think you're doing?
Who are you?
I'm his doctor. Who are you?
I'm his son. I'm your son, remember? Malcolm.
Malcolm?
Yes.
Well, Malcolm lives in Newcastle.
That's right. I've come down to move you up with me. We talked about it on the phone, remember?
Well, I can't say I do.
That's me, Dr. Granger.
Right. I haven't anything with me, but it was me who phoned and asked you to come round. The Mill Health Centre.
Mind me asking when?
Yesterday about 3. Well, you can call them and check.
If you don't mind.
Reception's terrible up here. You might want to go downstairs.
I can come with you if you like.
No need. No, I remember now. Malcolm. Dear boy, how are you?
I'm fine, thanks. Dad.
Right, well, I'll be a minute then.
Who are you, really?
You know who I am. You just said you recognise me.
Yes, but otherwise he'll use it as an excuse to put me in a home.
No one's going to put you in a home.
Oh, you're going to make a different recommendation, are you? Different from this doctor?
I'm not a doctor. I'm your son.
Let's keep saying that. My son's a doctor.
I'm your son. Just get it into your head. Look, what about valuables? I don't want to leave anything that's worth anything if the place is going to be empty.
OK, so somebody called Malcolm Ridgely did call to make an appointment yesterday.
Thank you.
But strangely, somebody called Malcolm Ridgely has just been in the last half an hour to pick up a prescription for Arnold.
That's impossible. I'm Malcolm!
Hi, Dad, it's me, Malcolm.
I cannot wait.
Me neither. Well, come on, then.
Come on, what?
Well, why wait?
No. I was talking about the curry.
Oh, don't you tease me, Husky.
I'm not. Look, I need to get this done, yeah? And actually, you sat on my paperwork. Could you budge a little bit?
After the curry, though, yeah?
After the curry.
Is that a promise?
It's a promise.
Oh, yeah, you better.
Malcolm, this is Dr. Daniel Granger. Doctor, this is my son Malcolm.
Pleased to meet you.
Likewise, I think. So if you're Malcolm... then-
I'm Malcolm.
Oh, you're Malcolm too. That is a coincidence.
I'm your son. How can he be your son? He's barely any younger than you are.
Yes. Yes, that does take a bit of explaining. Who are you?
I am Malcolm, your son. Look, I bought your prescription.
Oh, the doctor. The Mill Health Centre.
Yeah?
Okay. Could I? I've been waiting for those. I have to take them in water.
So which one of you is the real Malcolm?
I am. So why did you say you were?
Because that's who he wanted me to be. At first, I kept on correcting him. No, Arnold, Malcolm's in Newcastle. He told me that's where you lived. But then he kept on saying how proud he was of me and how pleased he was I was coming, despite how busy I must have been with my patients.
I am not a doctor.
So you were pretending to be Malcolm?
But it seemed kinder. Instead of telling him you still hadn't come.
That would just confuse him even more. And also picking up his prescriptions.
Well, yeah, it did seem weird at first, but after a few years...
Years?
Well, like I say, I didn't think you were coming back.
Dad?
A takeaway?
It's just I don't get much time for lunch, and my house is much nearer than the restaurant.
Yeah, I suppose that'd work out a lot easier for me too. So I'll order the food and have it delivered at yours about 2:15?
Splendid.
Right then, see you later.
I look forward to this afternoon.
Oh, I better go. I've got a patient waiting.
Bye. Nice and spicy.
My valuables, you say? Why are you going to take my valuables?
We need to take everything.
Why?
Because, at least for the time being, you're going to come and stay with me.
With you? Why would I do that?
Because I live too far away to keep coming back.
But you should have bought somewhere closer. Like Malcolm.
I am Malcolm.
Yeah. Well, then, who's he?
He's called Freddie. He's your neighbour.
He's been looking after you.
Freddie?
Yes.
Well, thank you, Freddie.
You're welcome. Surely you can see that you can't keep going on like this. That you need full-time care.
Well, I don't know. I mean, you're probably right. I'm not really in a state to judge. What do you think?
Well, you're not getting any better.
No. Are you a doctor?
No, I am. Dr. Granger from the Mill Health Centre.
Oh, Dr. Granger.
Maybe we can have a chat downstairs.
Oh, certainly. So, what can I do you for?
Well, since I haven't seen you for 6 months, I thought we could talk about how things had changed for you in that time.
Ah, well, really, not a great deal. At my age, another 6 months.
You haven't noticed things getting harder?
Reading. Reading never does get any easier, does it? Read now, while you've got your chance. That's my advice. I can't remember the last book I read.
Why? Because it was a long time ago?
Probably.
What'd you like to read?
Well, I've always been a great fan of mysteries, whodunits, that sort of thing.
Like Sherlock Holmes?
Oh, yes. I'd love to read some of his, Conan Doyle's, I mean.
What, you haven't already?
No, what would you recommend?
Well, how about one of these? You got lots of his.
Oh, I've got all of them.
Well, no, there's just one missing.
Oh, yes, well, that's... Malcolm's probably reading it. He does tend to borrow things.
Malcolm does?
Yes, but still he only lives over the road. Do you know, the good thing about losing your marbles is that you never can remember who done it.
He's been getting worse.
More recently?
Yeah. No, it's a good thing that you've come. Did he call you?
No, I called him.
He's always talking about you.
Really?
Yeah. But less and less of what he says makes sense. He thinks everyone's a doctor.
Yeah, I know.
Actually, my own health hasn't been that good.
No?
No, that's why my wife Jean and I have decided to sell up and move to Spain.
Spain?
Yeah, we've got family out there, grandkids.
Right. Have you told him?
Well, I have. Yeah, but it's hard to know what's sinking in. Maybe you could tell him.
When are you leaving?
We're going soon.
You don't want to say goodbye?
Well, like I say, I already have.
What about everything you've done for him? How can I repay you?
Oh, there's no need.
I feel terrible. You've been here. He thinks you're me. Doing everything I should have been doing.
Well, don't blame yourself. It all works out. It'll all work out in the end.
He's moving house, you know.
Is he?
Oh, yes, he's selling up to go and live in Spain.
Really?
Yeah, I dare say it'll be a good deal cheaper.
Yeah, I imagine it will be.
But then setting up a doctor's surgery never is cheap, is it?
What?
And then, how are the Spaniards going to feel about going to see an English doctor? You're not Spanish, are you?
No, but I am a doctor.
Oh, well, then you'll know how expensive it is.
How much exactly does he need?
Oh, all of it, apparently. Once they've got sorted out, I'm going to fly out and live with them. And that'll be good, because I'll be near the grandkids. But that's a bit strange, because I didn't know I had any. Do you know, I've been wondering if I wouldn't be better off living somewhere else, nearer.
Do you want me to have a chat with Malcolm?
Oh, would you? I don't fancy going to live in Spain, not at my age. And he'd understand it coming from you, doctor to doctor.
I'm sure he will. I'll be back in a minute.
Take your time, please. Oh, this looks splendid.
It's very healthy.
I'm trying.
Oh, Dr. Claire, I've been thinking about the photo shoot.
Oh, are you today's icon?
I am not really sure.
Oh, Mrs. Tenbate, no, you must. You must seize the day, because you're our inspiration. You must be strong and face up to things. And if anyone can manage it, you can. Because you're a manager, isn't she?
Absolutely.
You are an icon, and we are going to do that photo shoot.
Well, even if I wanted to do it, I mean, I'm not sure who I would be.
Oh, don't worry about that, because I know exactly who you'd be. And I've got chiffon.
Can't we just go round?
I can't without a reason.
I could.
Yeah, but if he has been stealing from your father, why would he let you in? Not that we've got any evidence that he hasn't been.
What the blazes are you doing?
Dad, I told you to stay in the kitchen.
You're going through my things.
Looking for anything valuable to take with us, remember? But I can't find anything. Money, Mum's jewellery, documents, nothing.
Oh, no, there is... Oh, no, I had to send it off. Yes, I sent it... No, Malcolm sent it off, and I signed it. I signed it, he sent it.
Sent what?
Oh, well, it was a long letter to the lawyer.
What letter on?
Well, it were for Malcolm.
I'm Malcolm.
Oh, yes, you are, aren't you? That must be why he wanted me to put another name on it.
What name?
Did the lawyer write back to you?
Oh, yes, of course. Yeah, they're extremely efficient. Now, I've got it filed under... yes, here it is.
Yeah? It's a new will. This last will and testament is made by me, Arnold Tobias Bridgley. All my estate and property to be left to Frederick Hunter.
Signed by 2 witnesses.
Well, they were friends of Malcolm's. And I wasn't to tell the lawyer. For legal reasons.
OK, so if the neighbour's got any of his property, then you'd have a right to enter.
I've got grounds to ask.
I think it's time we went to have a look for that book. What do you think?
I think that's a splendid idea.
I'm getting tomato, ginger, chilli, mainly lots of chilli.
It's not too hot for you.
That's wonderful.
Really? Good.
Try some of that.
Oh, oh my goodness.
Drink some water.
Oh, yogurt works better.
I haven't got any, I'm afraid.
Oh, really? That's got no effect on you? Mm.
Well, it's hard. It's not that hard. It'll take more than that to make me sweat.
Do you know what I really feel like after spicy food? Oh, Masala Papa, done we meet again. Oh. You all right?
Yeah. Just gonna go for a cigarette.
Oh, roll one for me.
Outside.
Oh, suit yourself. Hey, Husky.
Yeah?
I'll be waiting for you.
Did you find it?
No, I hasn't finished it yet. But I took this. It were your mother's.
Yes. I recognise it.
Let's keep it safe. Let's keep it all safe.
Yeah. Let's.
Thank you, Doctor.
Is that enough?
It's enough to ask to go in the house, yeah.
And what if he says no?
I'll arrest him.
Oh, no. No, I am not sure.
How can you not be sure? I mean, you're both wonderful singers. You both learnt in church. And she's definitely an icon.
Yes, she does have a wonderful voice. That is true. You know, Miss Pittman, I have been very touched by everyone's concern. And you have been especially solicitous. You have the gift of empathy.
Thank you. Right, now, let's get that old cardigan off you.
What?
I should have been here. The truth is, we never got on. Ever since I dropped out of medical school.
When was that?
20 years ago. But I remain a disappointment. Maybe I should tell him I'm a doctor if that's what he wants to hear.
Well, confuse him even more.
I think that ship has sailed, don't you?
Malcolm?
I'm Malcolm, Dad.
The doctor?
Yeah, that's right. Come on, let's get you inside, eh?
Mrs. Temple, have you spoken to Jimmy yet?
Yes. I was not sure at first, but then I thought, what better way to come back to work than doing a charity photo shoot?
Sing something.
R-E-S-P-C-T.
Aretha Franklin?
Yes, see, I knew they'd get it.
Right, can we have a word?
Yes, of course.
So, when I said have you spoken to Dr. Clay, what I meant was, did he speak to you about the practice manager's job?
No, he has not.
Okay, he should have done.
And what should he have said?
That it was always a temporary position.
Oh, no, I was always aware that I would have to apply.
Okay, so it won't be a surprise that we're advertising the post.
Oh, yeah, of course.
The advertisement's already in the paper and we go online tomorrow.
I see. Well, thank you for letting me know.
I thought someone should. By the way, you look terrific.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Good, eh?
Thank you.
Have some more.
Yes, I think I will. I'm getting pistachio, cardamom, and
Condensed milk. It's an old family recipe. I always keep some in the freezer.
it's wonderful.
With more time, I'd have cooked the whole meal, you know. Actually, I'm a dab hand at sushi, if you're interested.
Oh, I am interested. The thing is...
I'm going to clear up.
Well, you don't need to.
Come in.
Listen, before we get started, there's something I need to tell you.
No, you do not.
I really do.
No, you do not, because Dr. Granger already has.
I told you about the ad.
It would have been nice to have been told before I made a fool of myself.
Yeah, we should have said something before.
Yes. Yes, you should. It is all a matter of respect. R-E-S-P-C-T. And that is why I will not be doing your photo shoot.
Oh, come on, Mrs. Stanby.
Or applying for the job.
Mrs. Stanby, please.
Now, please, excuse me, I have work to do. Come in!
How did it go?
Well, I will not be doing it.
Why? They're making you apply. Are you going to do it?
No, it is too much.
So you're giving up?
Well, yes. No.
Do you think it's because you're tired?
Well, maybe.
Yeah, I sometimes feel too old and tired to carry on.
Oh, Lord. It made me feel so old and tired. Yeah, not Winifred Temby. We shall overcome.
There you go.
Right then.
Right then. Rumour.
I better go.
What now?
Yeah. Do you mind getting my coat?
No, of course.
ridiculous. We should have just offered you the job.
Well, of course not. A procedure has to be followed.
Yeah, but you're perfect.
Who's to say that you might not find somebody better?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yes, well, I do not want preferential treatment.
You're not going to be Aretha Franklin, then?
No. I am Miss Rosa Parks, who believed in freedom and equality. Well, she dedicated her life to it. She refused to give up her seat to a white man. People always say I didn't give up my seat because I was tired. But that isn't true. I was not tired physically. No. The only tired I was tired of giving in.
Does mean you're going for the job?
It means I am going to do what I feel is the right thing to do.
Thank you for the dessert. Thank you for everything.
It was nothing.
Well, it wasn't.
I'll see you soon.
Right.
Bye.
It stinks in here of stale beer and curry, and that reflects badly on the practice.
Well, you remember you are only contracted until January.
It's about you, same as always.
That's not fair.
It's the truth.
Diamonds are a girl's best friend.
Sharon's trying everything she can